And this right here is proof that we had terrorists in our own office building. Global intifada. And you rely on the Southern Poverty Law Centers. Katrina Bleakley is one of the organizers. I'll send this over to your office so maybe perhaps you can stop targeting innocent grandmothers and veterans who walked through the Capitol on January 6th and might actually go after people tied to Hamas, tied to Hezbollah, and likely Iran.
And that last part is exactly what it was all about, appeasing Donald Trump. She's still propagating the same lie that it was innocent grandmas and veterans who were walking through the Capitol on January 6th. There's been over 500 convictions of January 6th insurrectionists, so they weren't innocent, and this wasn't a walk through the Capitol. But let me explain to you guys exactly what political theater is. It's when you show up to a hearing with props so that you can make sound bites for Fox News and your constituents who think theater is actual work. It's when you point your finger, you pound the table, and you fake being upset so your minions will say, "Look at Marjorie, she's fighting for the people." But see, Marjorie doesn't want to work. Work requires legislating, and legislating isn't as sexy as grandstanding. I mean, watch her in the same hearing put on a political performance about the border.
Secretary Mayorkas, I want you to look at these innocent Americans. Do you see them?
I do, Congresswoman.
They are dead. They're from Dalton, Georgia, in my district. They're dead because a 17-year-old, likely affiliated with the cartels, was smuggling illegal aliens into our country in Texas, breaking our laws, and this happens every single day in our country. Earlier this week, 8 Republicans joined the Democrats and protected your job. But I want you to know, you have a short time coming. You can honorably resign, or we are going to impeach you. And it's happening very, very soon.
Imagine being a part of this family and having your relatives used as political props. Do you guys think there were any Americans ever killed by migrants during the Trump presidency? Of course there were. But you never saw Marjorie Taylor Greene at a hearing blasting Donald Trump's administration for not securing the border enough or protecting American citizens. You see, that's because Marjorie doesn't really care about one single American citizen. She only cares about grandstanding for Donald Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene knows that she works for the branch of government that has the power to make and change laws. She knows, I think, how a bill becomes a law. But she has never introduced a bill about securing the border or protecting Americans. In fact, in her few years in Congress, she's only introduced bills to try and impeach people that Donald Trump told her to try to impeach. And then she's always talking about the fentanyl crisis. Like any chance she gets, she talks about all the fentanyl coming across the border.
Fentanyl, 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 fentanyl.
Marjorie Taylor Greene does this because of racism. She does it because she's racist against Mexican people. You see, Marjorie Taylor Greene has access to information, and that information tells her that 85% of the fentanyl arrests that are made at the border are made on American people. Marjorie knows this. But you can't really be racist against Mexican people when you tell the truth about Americans being the one who are bringing fentanyl across the border the most. So there you have the reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about these things, but never really does anything about them, because she doesn't care. This is all about grandstanding instead of legislating, because Marjorie Taylor Greene is not in Congress to legislate. She's there to do Donald Trump's bidding. Period.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.